Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You're watching Kevin the Geek, and we are back for Dave Gorman's important astrology experiment. I told you when I did part 4 that I wasn't going to leave it as long as between parts 3 and 4. And that is definitely the case. There was 7 weeks between the last two. There's been 1 week between these two parts. So, of course, in November we will then complete the show and see how it rounds off. Of course, later on today I am doing another episode of Dave Gorman's Modern Life is Goodish, so make sure you come back for that. But for now, let's check out this latest episode.
This is Dave Gorman's important astrology experiment.
My name is Dave Gorman, I'm a Pisces, and welcome to the 5th part of my important astrology experiment. Throughout the course of our experiment, I have rigorously obeyed my horoscopes. My twin brother, our control experiment, has ignored his. Whose life is the happiest? That's the question we're asking. To answer it, we have to measure happiness. To do this, we have an astrologically balanced jury of juries here, 12 groups of 12 people, each comprising one of each and every star sign. To guide them, we have a panel of 3 experts in the fields of love, health and wealth. A 3-pronged fork of advice, each prong as sharp and piercing as the next. When we left you last week, our graph was looking like this. As you can see, there I am in the triangle of gloom, miles from the triangle of delight. That's what it looked like on day 27. There are still 13 days to go.
We better have a really good one if we're going to get it right up.
Ready? Panel, are you ready?
Ready.
Jury of juries, are you ready?
Ready!
Then let the experiment begin. On day 28, astrologer number 9, Russell Grant, said,
This is one of the most mystical, magical, and psychic times of your life. So why not start to develop your clairvoyant powers with the help of some expert guidance?
I needed an expert to help develop my psychic abilities. There was only one man to turn to.
Hello, I'm Uri.
Oh!
And believe it or not, I'm a paranormalist. And I'm passing you telepathically the day I was born. You got it.
How many of you were thinking December the 20th, 1946 then?
Totally.
Exactly. Yuri is probably the world's foremost psychic, as we've just proved. Who could be better placed to give me the expert guidance I needed to help develop my own psychic abilities?
See, Dave, this is my sort of enchanted spiritual garden. Let me ask the crew. Can you give me some of your keys? First one to pull out. Okay, let's go.
Don't put them in a bowl.
Here, these are his keys. Put your finger on it too.
On
this.
anywhere?
Yes, and go like this. Let's say Ben.
Ben.
Keep going.
Ben.
Yeah, I think it's going. Stop. Yeah, very little. Can you see it?
Yeah, see, it's a
Very,
little
very
bit that
little.
way.
Yeah. But this is, see, look. If you look at me, look into my eyes. Now, what I want you to do is this. I'll tell you to clench your fists. I will say 1, 2, 3. We come close to the compass, and all I want you to do is say the word move. Move! Go, come on. Say move more.
Come on, move!
Move!
Great! Yes!
Look at that. This is what made me famous. Put your finger here and go with me.
Oh, spoon
Yes,
thing.
just like this. Yes, you see? It's,
Yeah.
it's becoming almost like plastic.
Didn't Dave bend the spoon last
Let me
time
show
out?
it like this, you see? And it's cracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's very soft now. There. And touch it. It's cold. There's absolutely no heat. Now, it happened so quickly because of your presence. And because you are inspired by me, I'm amazed because it doesn't usually move that much.
It kept moving as well.
I managed to activate your psi powers.
Yeah.
What the hell? Can anyone explain? No, I've heard of Uri Geller. And I presume it's Uri, not Yuri, as I always thought it was. So it's Uri. Yeah, I've always heard about the spoon bending thing, but that's probably about it. But he always seems to, at least in my mind, seem to be very famous Was there like a period that he I don't know, like, did he have his own TV shows or something like that, and like really come to the masses? Because it's one of those, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anything with him before, but I know the name and I know about the spoon thing.
I enjoyed my time with Yuri, and I felt incredibly positive. But we had to leave because there were other instructions still to be obeyed that day. Astrologer number 8, Kelly Fox.
If you know which doors to knock on, new professional applications have the potential to develop for your cherished creative ability.
Well, here we are at the BBC. I'm fairly confident that if I want to develop my creative abilities, I can at least find the right door to knock on. But Kelly Fox had more to say.
On a whim, ask permission to pitch an idea.
Oh, okay.
Easily done. I made a few calls. I set up a meeting with a man called Alan Yentop. His job at the BBC, head of drama, entertainment and children's television and radio. He's a very important and a very busy man.
Okay.
But what kind of show should I pitch? Well, Kelly Fox had even more advice.
Pisces is a chameleon of impressions and impersonations.
Okay.
Now, this just didn't seem possible. I can't do any impressions, but that's okay, because Kelly had this to say.
All things are possible now, especially when you have the positive attitude to back up your stunning concepts.
So, I knew I had to be positive, and thanks to my meeting with Yuri, I had bags of positivity. I could move a compass. My presence alone had allowed the world's most famous spoonbender to bend yet another spoon. So my inability to do impressions wasn't going to stop me from pitching an impressionist show to one of the most important men in British television.
This is going to go well.
Yuri had been concerned that I didn't waste these powers. He wanted me to use them for good, just like him. I told him about my upcoming meeting with Mr. Yentop. He gave me some good advice. I'm pitching a new show to Alan Yentop this afternoon. And
Wear something assertive. Maybe if you have an orange shirt,
Yeah.
walk in there, look into his eyes,
Yeah.
and tell him, I want a series. Make it happen for me because I believe in myself and I'm going to be great on television.
Okay.
And he'll give you that. Use
you
your
so much.
powers.
That's not the kind of advice you can ignore. I want a series. I believe in myself, and I'm going to be great on television. That is my message to you. I have to apologise for the quality of the footage here. As you can see, this is secretly filmed. Alan Yentop is hardly going to think it's a regular pitch meeting if I turn up with a crew in tow. So, I got together with a very good friend of mine, Danny, who agreed to come with me so long as he didn't have to say anything. We got a couple of holdalls, cut some discreet holes in them, and then hid a couple of video cameras inside.
With reference to Danny, he did a show called How to Start Your Own Country. That is a show that I will be doing a reaction to at some point on the channel. That will definitely be happening because that is a guaranteed reaction that comes from one of my Patreons. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
Danny pointed his camera at me. I pointed mine at a man who can make or break my career. Alan Yentop.
Fine. But what do you want to do?
Of course.
Yeah, what do
you
want to
all
do?
know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do exactly what astrologer number 8, Kelly Fox, had told me I wanted to do. I'm a Piscean. I'm a chameleon of impressions and impersonations. Who would you say is Britain's foremost impressionist?
Alistair McGowan, Rory Bremner.
Apart from them.
That's it. It's
I'll give you a clue. You're looking at him. That's my new direction. Impressions. I can do instant. That was you. You see? It is. Yeah. Betty. That was like having Frank Spencer sitting opposite you there.
Let me ask you something. What's defining? What's special about this program, which will allow it to sit out there in competition with Rory Bremner and Alistair McGowan without people saying, "Why is the BBC?"
You name a voice. Okay, we do it. We have a phone in.
Yeah.
People phone in. They ask for a voice. They get it instantly. Name a voice.
Barbara Windsor.
Name another one. John Prescott. Johnny Vaughan. Are you looking at me? Hey, you, butler. Don't booyakasha. Who would live in a house like this? Hello, I'm Gary Lineker. Welcome to Match of the Day. You see, I didn't even have to do the voice, and you did like that, Tony Blair.
Who was that? I didn't hear who he said.
I didn't even have to do the voice, and you did like that, Tony Blair.
Oh, Tony Blair.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Yeah? You see? Anyone?
He must be so confused.
Well, nice to
Nice to see you. To see you.
Nice to see you.
Well, look, I'll tell
see
you
you.
what, let me think
Nice.
about it.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You give that some thought.
I will.
Okay.
He ain't gonna give him the series, is he?
That's great. Thanks. Thanks very much.
It's a shame that none of the other astrologers gave him some other ideas that he could have used as a pitch.
I think that's a winner.
It's not.
I still haven't had a call from Mr. Yentop.
No, surprising that, isn't
But
it?
something tells me I might be getting one tomorrow. I'll probably never work at the BBC again. Now, the next day, astrologer number 3, Jacqueline Bigger, wrote...
Tonight, off to the gym.
Oh, God.
On day 30, astrologer number 11, Mystic Meg, wrote...
Honor a promise to visit an older relative. You'll be told something special.
Ooh.
Now, on day 17, astrologer number 5, Dajuana Bird, had told me to take an elderly relative to the bingo. I'd gone back to my hometown of Stafford and taken my great Auntie Peg to the bingo. She loved it, and I'd promised her that I would take her again. It was obvious that Mystic Meg was now telling me to honour that promise.
Uh-huh.
Some people who saw that show have said the footage of myself and an elderly lady playing bingo was not particularly exciting. I think when you see this footage, you might well change your mind.
61, 61, 5 and 1, 51.
But then again, you might not. Well, that's how days 28,
Did you win, though?
29
Did you
and
win on
30
the
were for
bingo?
me. Nick, how did you get on for those 3 days?
Yeah, I had the flu during this time, so I didn't really do anything. I just tried to stay out of the way of Trace and the kids, because obviously I didn't want them to catch it.
OK, well, let's see what the panel make of it.
OK.
Remember, we are using the metric pleasure decimal gladness system. 1 unit of happiness is equivalent to £1 sterling.
Should be
That's
enough.
about 1.7 euros. Our expert in love is Denise Robertson. Denise, love and friendship. What advice have you got for the jury?
You have given me a pencil and a pad. What you should have given me is a microscope. Because the amount of love in your life this week so far is not detectable by the human eye.
I went to see my great auntie.
Please. Your brother has, if he isn't ill or at work, he has hormones, normal urges. You play bingo.
What's wrong with bingo?
OK, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please cast your love votes now.
He always gets marked
You've got
down
to vote
on
for me
this.
before you vote for Nick. That's the order it happens. OK. Now, while the computer is working that out, let's check in with our health expert, Dr. Hilary Jones. Hilary, I don't know what the medical community would think about my newfound psychic abilities. I assume it's good for me.
Well, I mean, I associate Yuri with the paranormal. I associate you with the abnormal. But enough said. You've been exercising your brain as well as your heart in the gym, and that's got to be good. Exercise is good for all sorts of things. Very positive, so I really approve of that. Your brother, on the other hand, had a bit of flu, and that's very debilitating. Even a doctor won't see you if you've got the flu. So I think your quid's in this week.
Yeah.
OK,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. Ladies and gentlemen, please cast your health votes now. OK. Now, while the computer gets to work on those, let's get the lowdown on the financial side of things with our financial expert, Alvin Hall. Alvin, what are the figures?
Fact, your brother spent £8. Fact, you spent £38 to look like a pumpkin.
OK, well, the computer should have everything sorted out by
Very
now.
fitting that this episode is coming out in October for Halloween.
Let's see how the jury voted. These are your votes.
Love plus health plus wealth equals happiness.
Yes!
Ooh, well, that is a rare moment for me. I would guess from that many people do believe the psychic powers were good for my health. I have 36 for love, compared to Nick's 16. I'm not sure what happened there. I've got 128 for health, compared to Nick's minus 101. Okay, a bad bout of flu, that, Nick. And I am, as we just heard, down 38 for wealth, compared to Nick, who's only down 8. As you can see, our control experiment shows that if I had ignored my horoscope, I would have been minus 93 happy. However, by following my horoscope, I am 126 happy. Just goes to show you that health really does count on these things. There you go. I've not only caught up the 93 points, I've made an extra 126 points as well. I am...
Nice!
219 points happier than I would have been. Let's see how that affects the graph.
Go on, up, up, up.
Go on.
Go on, go on. There we
Things
go.
are improving. I am quite comfortably in the void there.
He needs to win like a grand or something on like the bingo or something to really get him shooting up.
Minus 866 points. It proves nothing, but at least it's not the triangle of gloom. The triangle of delight is a long way off, but for the first time in a while, I'm heading in the right direction. I can only hope that the jury feel the same way about the next few days. Let's see. On day 31, astrologer number 16, Gordon Vincent, wrote...
Start a new exercise program today. You can learn a lot from a lady with a V name.
Okay.
I needed to find a lady with a V name, and she needed to be able to teach me a new exercise program. I rang the gym and asked if they had any female instructors with V names. I drew a blank. I rang a few other gyms. Nothing. Then someone had a bright idea. Our cameraman, Jim, told me that Victoria Beckham had released a fitness video.
Okay.
Well, I headed down to the video store where I discovered that Victoria Beckham has not released a fitness video. But Vanessa Feltz has.
Ah, no. There you go.
This is Vanessa's fitness video. Vanessa Feltz and Dennis, her personal trainer, released this video in July 2001. It is real. I had my new exercise program, and I had my lady with a V name.
There you go.
Tap the right, kick the left. Tap the right, kick the left. Tap the right, kick the left. Tap the right, kick the left.
Oh!
Kick the left.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
The horoscope didn't say that I should learn from a video of a woman with a V name. It said a lady with a V name.
Nice.
And that's what I got. In fact, I went one step better, because I got Dennis, her personal trainer.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I am a Libra and I'm a bad mother.
As well as Vanessa herself.
I'm Vanessa, I'm a Pisces, and I'm a good mother.
Well, Dennis and Vanessa really put me through my paces.
Nice and easy. Hold. 4, 3, 2, to the right. Woo! Excellent.
Go on,
How
Dad.
you feeling?
Good. Yes, good. Yes, good. Yeah. I felt terrible. Nothing to do with Vanessa, it's just my legs were aching. I'll be honest, I had been a little bit scared of meeting her. After all, she's a known hysteric. But she wasn't the mad table-writing lady we saw in Celebrity Big Brother. She was a lovely, helpful, understanding tutor. But that wasn't the only instruction that day. Astrologer number 3, Jacqueline Bigger.
Tonight, smile away.
Okay.
I had to smile all night.
Hey, there's a lot of muscles there worked in the face. That's going to be good for health.
Well, much as I'd like to show you all the footage of me smiling for the whole night, time just doesn't allow. I'm sorry to spoil your fun, but we have to move on.
Oh, shame.
Now, the next day, astrologer number 11, Mystic Meg, wrote...
Your imagination is red hot, and you invent a great storyline for a TV soap.
Well, I had to invent a great storyline for a TV soap. Can I just check? Is that tape still running, by the way? Yep, still smiling. Now, I had to invent a great storyline for a TV soap, but what storyline should I come up with? Mystic Meg herself was to provide the answer.
Luck enters with a greyhound.
Oh!
Can we just check again? Still there. So, there we have it. Mystic Meg's column that day. Invent a great storyline for a TV soap. Luck enters with a greyhound. Of course, the man enters with a greyhound storyline. It's tried and tested. It's a classic. But there is always a new spin. I knew that was the story that would grip the nation. It had worked before on Coronation Street.
Hiya. Howdy.
And boy, had it worked on EastEnders.
Where have you been, poor little love? Wonder she's got any legs left on her the time you've been. Come on, sweetheart.
Remember that? The day that man entered with a greyhound?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was talking about it for weeks. But would it work on my favourite soap, Emmerdale?
Right, big smiles, everyone. Say cheese. Cheese. That's it. Fantastic.
Yes. There it is.
Hey!
That is a greyhound.
No, really?
There it is in a TV soap with a man. A man has entered with a greyhound, and I made that happen, yes. I can sense a feeling of doubt in the room. A few people out there thinking that might or might not be a greyhound. There are people out there thinking, yes, there's some kind of dog there, but you don't think that I can take the credit for its appearance in a TV soap. I think we've got this from a different angle.
Big smiles, everyone.
There we go. Yes!
That's me!
Yes!
In Emmerdale, with a greyhound! Invent a storyline for a TV soap, Luck enters with a greyhound, result. Here is how it happened. We're just on the outskirts of Emmerdale. I happen to know that today they're shooting a Royal Jubilee scene.
Okay.
So I've got sort of Union Jack and stuff around. I've got a greyhound. The greyhound's got a Union Jack on it as well. And I reckon earlier on, by the catering van when we were around, I saw a guy, one of the extras who's got big sideburns. I reckon if I hang around with him, then it'll look like a father and son thing.
Oh, he really blagged it.
The group over there.
Okay, pick up please. I think the failure is served there.
He's still smiling.
I think they went with it. No one seemed to notice, but man entered with greyhound. I got away with it.
Yeah!
Now, Emmerdale is recorded near Leeds, so I was spending the night in a hotel. But I was very, very happy. I knew I had created a bit of television history there. I'd taken the man enters with a greyhound plot and taken it to a whole new level. But while I was excited, there were still further instructions to follow that day. For example, astrologer number 9, Russell Grant, had written...
Take the phone off the hook and curl up with a good book.
Same time, astrologer number 3, Jacqueline Bigger, said...
Make someone happy.
Who's that? Yes, you are.
I returned to London the next day, where I discovered that astrologer number 19, Webb Wombat, had written the following.
Stay in bed.
But I'm not in bed, am I? I can't stay in bed if I'm not in it. I had to get out of bed to read his horoscope. What is the point in writing stay in bed as a piece of advice in someone's horoscope when they need to sit at a computer in order to read it? How many people do you know with the internet plumbed into their bed? Why didn't he write it yesterday? Tomorrow, stay in bed. That's all he had to do. All it takes is a little foresight, something a man in his job should be blessed with. I feel like writing him a letter that says, do not open this letter. Fortunately, not all astrologers are as stupid as that. Number 11, Mystic Meg, also writing on day 33, said...
Luck makes you part of a team of 5 competing for a prize.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Mystic Meg. You are a voice of reason in an otherwise crazy world. I thought a game of 5-a-side football sounded like the order of the day.
Okay.
So I headed down to the gym to see if I could gate crash a game. There's a game going on. It's 5-a-side, I reckon. Any chance of a kickabout, lads? Now, first things first. If you're trying to get into a 5-a-side game, that's probably not the right number to wear. They weren't very keen on letting a newcomer in. Not only that, but they weren't competing for a prize, the other part of the horoscope. I had something that I thought would solve both problems. All right, if winning team can have those, if you like. They still weren't keen. But I hadn't played my trump card yet. I stole them off Emmerdale. Was that enough? Yeah, okay then. The game was on. Come on! Ah! Sorry.
Language!
Yeah!
He's not doing much, is he? Doing a lot of running.
Wait! Back! Yeah. I'm not sure which team I was on. But whichever one it was, they didn't win any Emmerdale souvenirs. Well, I've had another 3 days of more than my regular exercise. Nick, were you still suffering with the flu?
Yep, still got the flu. I did buy some CDs. I felt a bit better on day 33, so I went for a short run.
OK. Denise, love and friendship, how are we doing?
He had a dog. He had a dog. Dogs are such big companions. It's got to be a plus.
You're willing to settle for a bit part in Britain's answer to Brigadoon. Who am I to argue? You know, but it's not a substitute for a real woman. Where is Greta?
Greta was at home, but I did like that dog. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, cast your love votes now. OK, Hillary, how are we doing?
Well, you've had lots of different kinds of exercise, which is great, so you don't get into a rut. But the last time I saw somebody smile like that was in intensive care unit. So I'm not happy about that. Relaxation. Dogs are very relaxing. Any kind of pet, this pet therapy is really relaxing. So, OK, you've had some relaxation, you've had some exercise, and you're smiling. So, yeah, I'd say that was good.
OK, Nick's still got the flu, remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, please, cast your health votes now.
Yeah, this has, again, got to be a good score. Got to be.
Now, the financial side of things, Alvin, give me the figures.
Your brother, in bed, searching for CDs, spent £29. You, unfortunately, spent £104
in a
between
hotel.
Travel and the hotel. The word loss is becoming a very close and intimate friend of your finances.
Yes, it is. You see, Denise, I have a friend. Now, let's see how that all adds up. These are your votes.
Love plus health plus wealth equals happiness.
OK.
Well, there you have it again. Neither of us is scoring very heavily. If I'd ignored my horoscopes, I would have been minus 84 happy. Instead, I have followed them, and I am 23 happy. Which means that following my horoscope has actually made me...
Nice.
107 points more happy than I would have been. So, let's see what that does to the graph.
It's still a rise.
That'll do.
I'll do, donkey.
Below zero, but within the 40 points a day margin at minus 759 points. We can't prove anything at the moment. Now, on day 34, astrologer number 17, Bridget Walther, wrote...
Don't aggravate a known hysteric.
As in Vanessa Feltz?
So on day 34, I made sure that I didn't go around to Vanessa's and call her names. That could wait. However, that's what I didn't do. To find out what I did do on day 34, And for the final 6 days of the experiment, you'll have to watch the conclusion of my important astrology experiment next week. Good night.
I've gone through the looking glass here. Reality has faded.
Yes!
I don't know whether to cry with you
Happy birthday, Dave.
or cry for you.
Happy birthday, me. Beautiful.
To be honest, you lot don't really need to film this bit if you don't want to.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we really need to see David about, do we? No, at least he's got some bubbles. Dignity is... I can't even speak that. Dignity is very important, isn't it? Oh, God, I can't believe next month is literally the final episode of that. So in this year, I've now completed both Are You Dave Gorman and Dave Gorman's important... Or by next month, I will have completed, important astrology experiment. I love... I mean, like, Modern Life is Goodish is, of course, one of those shows that really, like, Dave is known for. I like delving into these really weird and obscure things. So I really would like to try and find, if anyone can provide me with any links of anything for the show. I think he did. I think something called like Genius or something. That would be really really good to see. There is something that I have been able to find eventually, and it took me honestly like so long to find. So obviously, right at the start of this year, I think it was in January, I did Dave Gorman's Google Whack Adventure. I have been able to find another sort of one-off special, which was called Dave Gorman in America Unchained, which is about an hour and 15 minutes. That is definitely something I want to do in January as well. Kind of coming back from Christmas, I do want to do that, a one-off special again for Dave Gorman that has no links to anything else, just literally sit down, watch it, there you go. And I have checked it out, and I do believe it will be able to be going onto YouTube, yes. But for now, of course, if you want more Dave Gorman content, come along later on today for the next episode of Modern Life is Goodish. And then next month, in November, it will be the final episode of Dave Gorman's important astrology experiment. I look forward to seeing that, and I look forward to having you back with me. For now, my name's Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.